and I have to clean up afterwards.
One of my favorite scenes from House of the Dragon occurs in season 2. In this season, Daemon is on a major tripping arc. He's getting visions, trying to process his future, trying to process everything he's done in the past. This is when he sees young Rhaenyra, not his current wife, but his wife when she was much younger. Many fans of the show loved seeing young Rhaenyra, aka actress Millie Alcock, come back to play a little cameo in season 2. But this scene actually reveals a very important part about human nature. Many of us get stuck at a certain point when we first bonded with someone. That is our perception for the rest of our lives. In Daemon's case, he first truly bonded with his niece, who later becomes his wife, when she was a teenager. So in his mind, Rhaenyra is always stuck at that age, no matter how much they've grown together, no matter how much time passes. Think about people from your past, especially people who are younger than you. I bet you, even if they're adults now, even if they're many years into their adulthood, if they were once kids and that was when you first got to know them well, you still in your heart think of them as a little kid, whether you objectively and logically know them as an adult now. And this is the deep psychological point that this scene made, which is that you never want to get stuck in your past. But subconsciously sometimes, there's parts of our mind, there's parts of our memories, there's parts of our schemas that are just gonna be stuck in the past, whether we like it or not. So this scene when Daemon's tripping out and having a vision is actually very deeply relevant to understanding psychology. Maybe that version of the character you remember represented a simpler time in your past. Maybe it represented a better time in your past. For example, in Daemon's case, this image he has of Rhaenyra was the time when she idolized him, was the time when he had control over her. What in your life potentially, or maybe what in their life, makes you want to cling on to a certain image? And sometimes it could be out of guilt. Maybe you felt like at that point in their life, you could have been a better role model. For example, I have 2 cousins who I could have been a better mentor to them. And so maybe one of the reasons why, no matter how much I see them now that they're adults, I still think of them as that cute little kid. For me, it's almost like out of guilt. I wish that I could have been a better role model for them. So I'm not saying that's what Daemon's thinking, but whenever you have a perception of someone that's stuck in a certain era, you have to dig deep. And by tripping a little, Daemon's kind of going through his own internal EMDR, internal therapy. When I saw my aunt when I was visiting China last year, she also told me, she's like, Jerry, in my mind, you're still a little kid that I took care of. Why was she stuck at that perception of me? Was it just because she hadn't seen me for a while? Or was it because there were other memories associated with that? Maybe she wasn't the best caretaker. She let me fall too much, she admitted. Or maybe if life went differently, her path could have veered in a very different direction compared to where it went. These are all very important things to break down, to think about why. So applying this to your life, which elements of your relationships, which elements of your perceptions might unconsciously, subconsciously be stuck in the past? Which ones should linger? And which ones maybe deserve an update? Thank you guys so much for watching. This was Jerry Watches Movies. If you guys want more House of the Dragon or in general Game of Thrones coverage, please let me know.